Can't hear anyone, Abhay. Um,
Guys, this is the repeat class for Sunday, right?
Hello,
Yeah, hi.
uh, program. Are you there? Uh,
Hello. Now it's audible, right?
yes.
Yes, it is.
Continuously, I'm talking the last 5 to 10 minutes, maybe. It's okay.
And we are continuously saying we cannot hear you. Abhay, this class is for a repeat class for Sunday, right?
Yes, it's function and classes.
Okay,
Real.
sounds good.
So, actually, we'll go for the previous contents as well because tomorrow's session also we go for the start to end revised session, tomorrow session. But today we'll go for the last Sunday session
Sounds good.
because we are going to enter into the NumPy and Pandas now. So before that, we should cover up little bit quick recap of Python, all the contents of Python. So it will be covered up
So
tomorrow.
just to cover up, so tomorrow you will be closing the Python and then we'll be starting the data science
NumPy,
part.
yeah, NumPy. NumPy is we don't have that much work in NumPy, but the complete work we have to do in the Pandas. So I'm thinking about this week we should cover up the that whatever it may be, means NumPy or will try to enter into pandas, because we have a lot of work in pandas, technical, even analytical work also. Okay, so now I'm sharing, because so everyone, you have done the work, means related with the functions and classes. The last Sunday we have done, because you know the functions. Anyone knows the difference between the?
Excuse me, sir. We are
Hello?
not from Sunday class.
No.
We are from
Actually,
Friday, Saturday. So this is big
no. Actually,
confusion always. Yeah.
I'm
So
discussing about.
where we stopped last Saturday, we should start from that point. No, not from Sunday.
I
Sunday
think
should not come in our today class.
Saturday we have covered functions and classes.
Yeah,
Functions.
we just start the class on Saturday. Just start.
Okay,
You
done.
want to share me code? I will share the code to you.
No. I have. Yeah,
No, sir.
this is
This
also
is the code where we stop. I share in the message.
Saturday. Yeah, this it would be like I have this one. Yeah, this one. Yes. This is Saturday's session. Okay, no worry. We'll enter into properly now. Okay, see the functions, and we have entered into the classes as well. So the way we know the functions, anyone know about the difference we got into the functions and classes? Anyone? What is the difference between the functions and classes?
We create objects in classes, sir.
Yeah, a object in
Create
classes,
objects
collection of
in classes.
and
Yeah, it's
collection of
called
Multiple time.
objects.
yes, correct.
We can call a multiple type.
Mhm.
Multiple time. Sorry.
Yes. See, the way we have defined a function, like suppose if I'm creating a function like person, once you define, right, and function you always have to define into the brackets, round brackets, right, and you have to just go for the like print, and directly you can do like process. Today is the best. Okay, we will do like this one. If suppose if I call directly, and if I without calling this one, without passing any arguments and all, if I call this one, is it possible to show this today's best day print? What do you think? Is it true?
Yeah, we can show, sir.
Yes. So now we'll go for, I think I got some. Okay, for answer, yeah, have you any question about this? Now we'll go into the class now. Okay, class and rack. Okay, class rack, and now here I'm going to create one function. And today, you know, the class with the initialization function and without initialization function we are going to do. What I'm saying, with the initialization function and without initialization. So today's session is like an interesting. The functions that we are going to pass into the classroom. So whenever that function is into the class, that is become a method. If you are declaring any of the function outside of the class, that is a function. But function you are defining into the class, that is become a method. I think in last session I have told you about this one. Is it correct? If suppose
Can you start the chat box? There is no option for.
sorry,
Can you start the chat box first?
chatbot, yeah, started. I think I have messages. So Farhan sir gotten, they have sent me one code.
Sir, it is not enabled even for me. For everybody, I cannot. Let me
There are
type.
some topics in Python course.
Yeah, so that's why we
Yeah,
have to
it's
do the.
yes, sir.
Lambda,
Yeah, it's
flowchart,
enabled.
not been covered. Will they covered? I think Lambda is going to cover. Sir Khan sir, Lambda is going to cover. But most of the sense that will be important for the others is data science, that all the contents we have covered, and that is enough for us. Even classes are sometimes rarely we can use. Yeah, I will ask training team, please. I think this is messages are in the privately, so you can make a public. Okay, whatever messages may be, you can pass it into the chat so that I can get directly, not an issue. See, the first will cover this topic, okay, and then we go for the question answering. So it will be easy for me to get every question. And first we'll cover up this one because you will get in so many questions now. See, the way I'm defining a class, we cannot define a class in a function, but we can define function in a class. But whenever I say like get input, I'm just giving a get input, okay, get input colon, this is my function get input, and here I'm passing, you know, the same in example I'm taking from the last one, get input. Here I'm taking the basic names. So see, the question always rising, the value you are taking from the user or value you are taking from the with the arguments. So here I'm not passing any kind of argument, but you have to pass a self keyword or any kind of variable you can take, but you have to take that variable name throughout the all the functions, okay, the colon, and then I'm passing here self initializing the variables now. So which variables I want name, suppose I can pass, okay, input, you can take a input. See what I'm saying, you can take a input or with the parameter passing you can take, but I'm taking here what, name, sorry, name and input. You can directly take input name. Here also second one, that is an I'm taking name and I'll take number is equals to int input, enter the number. But the major point now, we will go for that. First I will execute this code, so definitely it's little bit recap also. Get input and show output, this is my second function. Here also I'm passing a self keyword, okay, colon, and then I'm going to show the message, what it is, my name, my number, okay, but here you have to pass self self is not like a constructor. Initialization, when I pass the initialization function, that time it is become a constructor, but this is not in self. Self is a keyword that will initialize with the functions. Okay, whenever you pass the self now, and whenever you pass the function into the class, that is become a method. So mostly we have to say method it is, but we used to with the word no functions kind of that. So I am using the functions, but you should have to, whenever interview is going on, that time we have to tell them the functions are into the class, that is become a method, and functions are defined outside of the class, that is a function. Function is a function, but into class, that is a method. Hope you got that point. Now I have created the two functions, two methods in a class. Okay, two methods means this is my for the getting a name and number, and this is for the showing the number. So directly, suppose if I created a object, so already you have created a blueprint now. So the way we have created the blueprint, so we have to create a blueprints object. So you know that if I'm creating like a Mac is equals to, you can give the any name of that Mac, and your object is, sorry, your class is rack. You are passing this one, enter. So Mac is your object now. So Mac dot, what I have to take here? Can anyone? What I have to take? Get input. Yes. See, get input, and Mac. See, if I'm showing this much only, get input, okay, and doing the execution, what will happen? Just check out. Only he will take the name and number, suppose. Check out. But he only accessed the name and number. He never shows. So that if you want to show, then check out what will happen. Mac dot show out. Show out. Rack object has no attribute of num. What I have taken? Num, oh, caps.
N should be capital.
Yes. My mistake. Now it is correct. So better getting confusion here. Show output, get input. See, means what is the main thing now we have to discuss. Whenever you create a class, the first thing you have to define, means if you want to take inputs from the user or inputs from the, means outside of the by parameter. Yes, self is a keyword. Yeah, it is a keyword. So you can, you know what, actually, if I pass here a, is it possible if it is works or not? What do you think? Wait, I'll do one thing. I'll remove from this one, or copy of this code, paste it down here, and we'll pass here a. So you have to give me one answer, guess something. If I pass a, it is working or not? What do you think? Yes or no? If I execute this one, you have to guess yourself, right? It doesn't mean like. So Nilesh says yes. Okay, so let's go for that. We can execute. Check out, he never gives any kind of error here. So I'm passing here Harsh and 2 3, getting error. Why? A is not not a defined. A is not, oh sorry, see, I have done this one. So I made a mistake here. Wait. Chill. 2. Correct. So he works. But rather than passing a B, C, D, why I'm choosing that self? See, A, B, C, D or A to Z values, your alphabets, you can use for the variables. No, means we used to with that A to Z values as a variables. So if you are using the A or something into the as a means replacement of that self keyword, then definitely you will get a confusing the whole throughout the code, because thousands of lines of code you are going to make into when development time. So better always use the self. So self is a tagline for the, it is an your keyword for the class, right? So it's not like that you have to use only self, you can use other also, but for the identifying the particular variable and the behavior, you can use self only. So in my case, I, if suppose this type of situation if I'm getting, then definitely I can make any kind of name or something, or directly I can use the self. Everyone, are you getting my point here? The main thing, now we have to discuss. See, the not only we have the chance to do a programming like this, you can add the parameters, right? You can add. So now we are moving the step by step some complex things, means disclose the some complex things. Okay, and now the second step, if I'm making Mac 2, so this is our, the first one is in Mac 2, first one is in Mac 1 suppose, and this is Mac 2, and I'm passing rack here. So let me know if I'm using Mac 2, is it possible? Yes or no? Is it possible? And can classes allows to multiple object? Yeah, okay, classes allows, but whenever, see what I'm saying, whenever I say like this one, I'll do one thing. Check out what will happen. The first call he got from Rackman. Okay, so 1 2 see first call. So this is answer getting by this one also is this one only. Okay, so next one, max 9, now this one. So you can create a multiple objects, but I'm changing the sequence. So let's check out what will happen. Changing the sequence, cut, wait, I'll do one thing, I'll take this example here. Now I'm changing the sequence, cut, Mac 1, Mac 2, Mac 1, Mac 2, Mac. Okay, this one. Let's go and execute. Harsh 1 2, see, Sam 2 3. Both ways it works. Why? Because continuously we have created the object, but the calling sequence isn't different. If suppose if I'm making the Mac2 dot get input into upside, then definitely Mac2 will get hit first, and then Mac1 will be hit. But sequence always matters. Creating the object is a different part, but whenever you want to show something, the sequence always matters, because the Mac1 is getting hit first and Mac2 is second time. Now we'll make some little more step forward. Okay, we'll do, I'm using A That is a self keyword. It is works like a self keyword now. Now I'm taking here name, comma, number. See, name, comma, number. The way I'm taking this arguments, how it is works. Number, name, number and name. Okay, so this input will take from your user. Okay, same one. So I'll take here input and enter the value, enter the name, number, int, input, number. Okay, so this formatting is correct. So if I pass this in, is it compulsory to pass into this get input? What do you think? Yes or no? I have to pass. Why? Because these are the, this name and number is connected with the what? Name and number are connected with the get input, no? So you are taking those variables, then you have to put here. Now some interesting stuffs now going on here. Check out. I'm not passing into the Mac 2, but I'm passing into the Mac 1. So it looks like and some different things. So just check out. Hope it will work. Now check out. Rack takes no arguments. Means I haven't, okay, sorry. I have done some little mistake. I have passed that into the class, but I don't want to pass into class. I have to pass into functions, get input, no. So check out. If it is works, then definitely check out. So now what happened? The Mac to get input is not working. Why? Because this object is allows to get input from the, this one means user, but here I'm not passing, no. So similar kind of work we have to do here also. Same name means you cannot work individually with the different factors, because you are using the same blueprint. If suppose you are using same blueprint and created the object, every object has to give some different patterns. Suppose see, if I am passing this one is correct, not an issue, definitely it works. This will pass. Okay, now check out. The inputs are getting same, no? So what do you think if I'm taking different inputs for the different, means for the different objects? So what do you think, it works or not? If I'm taking name 1, name 2, two different inputs for the two different objects, is it working? What do you think? Yes or no? It will work or not?
Yes, sir, it will work.
This one here I'm passing this one, two inputs and two get inputs, two different objects. Let's execute. See that differently he is taking the inputs. So now the fact that we got, if I'm creating the multiple objects, and suppose three objects you have created, you can individually pass the two objects the same input and one object is in different input. So you can get different process as well, right? But now I'm going to do some interesting change here about initialization function initialization. So let's go for that. So how it will be, definitely you guys are a little bit getting confused here, but once again I'm using class, and here the class is my laptop. Okay, class is my laptop. The first one I'm taking def underscore underscore init underscore underscore. See what I'm passing, two underscores are there. This is underscore underscore init underscore underscore int. Okay, and in that you can pass your self keyword. Is it not compulsory that I'm passing the self and you are passing A's B C D? Is it same? It is same. Okay, colon. Now I will tell you what it is the initialization. Initialization is an initialization function. So whatever the work you are doing here, no, similar kind of work he has done. But what is the advantage of passing the initialization process? Initialization function. So init is nothing but initialization function. It is now works like a constructor for answer. Are you getting my point? It is now it is working as a constructor. So how it is means how this function will work. Okay, so once you call no laptop, definitely he will, we are not means we are not able to go for the directly calling that function. When you create an object of laptop, automatically gets the call about initialization function. So how? Check out. So the way we have here self dot suppose name and name. Okay, self dot city is equals to city. Okay, def show outs. I'm just taking different name, that is self colon, and here I'm passing I'll take directly print my name self dot name, print self dot city. Okay, now see what I'm doing. I have to create one object, so I'm using lap is my object is equals to laptop. See, okay, so now lap is created, no, so lap dot show outs. Show outs. Check out what will happen. We have to take two inputs, so I'm passing your name and city. Taking two inputs, name is equals to input please repeat initially. Yes, I will tell you. But I will tell you the complete working as well, definition as well as working also. Once I just mention this code here. See now, we know that this is our major code related with the initialization function. So what is the work of initialization and everything? Now I'm going to explain you. See the difference we have here. This is our first one. Here also we are initializing the parameters. Here also we are doing the same initialization, same code, same. But what I am passing here, init function. Here we don't have any init function. Okay, but when I don't have init function, when I have normal function, that time I have to call that function with the object dot get input. But when I use init function, need not to call. So how it possible? Just check out. So name and city is there. So I have to pass here name. I'm passing into the class. See what I'm saying? I'm passing into the class name, comma, city. So when I execute, the class object itself call that initialization function. No need to call that the way we have called it here, the mac dot get input. Are you getting my point? If I'm passing the value here and suppose city as well, check out. Now got the point? Means no need to call that lap dot get on like this init the way we have called it here, no? The mac1 dot get input and passing the name and number. Here directly you are calling, directly you are passing. This is our object only. You are passing the values of name and city, and for the showing the output, that time you should have to call that shouts. Why? Because you are calling that. But once you initialize the values, automatically get called by the class only. This is the difference between the initialization process and this normal function, this normal method you are doing into the this program and this program. Once again, I'm taking another one example. So I'll copy this. Suppose I'll do one thing here. Def get value. Okay, and I'm not passing here self keyword. Directly I'm passing here m comma n. Now you guys will think about if I'm not passing self keyword, it works or not, right? So I'm asking to you, if I'm not passing self, can he works or not? See, I'm doing like this one.
It will be work.
Obj, no. Total is equals to, see, this content will be helpful to you now. Total is equals to m plus n. This is addition, no? Print, I'm passing my addition is total. So can you think about this function will work when I call? Suppose I have created here lab dot get value and like this one, but even you guys are thinking about you haven't passed any kind of inputs here, so how can it possible? See, I'm passing same now inputs, no? So int and value 1 2 okay, value 1 value 2. So now same values I'm passing into the get value 1 comma value 2. This is my initialization function, this is my get value, and this is my show output. Okay, here also when I call the get value, no, he will take the inputs from the user and passing into this throughout, this will take the message and like that. Okay, so let's go and execute. Name is suppose Sam, sorry, and enter the city is in 1. Check out. Value is in 10 and 20. Check out. So get value takes two positional arguments, but three were given. So why this is problem we are getting? Three. What is the meaning of three? What is the problem we got here? What I have to do here?
Is it addition that is not shown in the show outs?
Show. No, actually, a show out is not like only showing. If suppose if I'm passing here, okay, I'll do one thing. Okay, so this is also showing purpose we have assigned, but here also I'm passing. So let's check out 1 second. Check out same. Now I will tell you, if suppose we'll do one experiment here I'm passing self, no, so similar kind of I'm using here self as well, comma. Okay, let's check out once again. Harsh 1 2 3, see 20 30. See what happened. Now he is showing the answer. What? My addition is 50, my name is Harsh, my city is 12. But what happens here? Name total is not defined. Why he is showing like that? Because what we have done, if I remove this one, see, if I remove this one, call, execute, SAM 1 2 20 40 60 would be answer, right? Got? Is it correct? What do you think? Is it correct? Correct? No.
Yes.
So you just think about it. What is going on in the full concept? See, if you are asking for the m and n to show, what will happen? If suppose total I am taking, it's not necessary to always go for the initialization process. But initialization process when this is important, because self keyword connecting all the functions together. What I'm saying? Connecting the functions, that is taking all the functions. So when I do one thing here, total, can we fetch that values outside of the function the way we have taken the return function? Is it possible? Do you know return function? What is the work of return function here? DE of totals. And C is equals to A plus B. Return C. A is equals to 10, B is equals to 30, and whatever it may be, it comes into the C. Can we get 40 answer? This is only for, we are discussing about this one. 40. So can we use this concept into the class here? What do you think? Yes or no? It is very interesting when I get the messages. So if suppose if I am making the return of total, then definitely see what will happen here. Do one thing, return into total. Okay, I will not pass the my addition is, I will do the return total. Okay, let's check out what will happen. Sam, city is there, no? So city, suppose I'm passing 20, 30 and 50, should be 80. So what happened here? Why I'm not getting the return? What I have to do? What I have to do here? Any idea about this one? Because your function is throwing the output here, but we are not getting that. How it will possible? Any idea? See, if I do one thing here, the get value is there, no? Get value function. So I'll do one thing. Go here. AB is equals to get value. See what I'm doing here? AB is equals to get value. Okay. Print AB. Get value is nothing but whatever the get value gives, you know, that will be stored into the AB. So I'm printing the AB. So we are doing the exercise here, means try and error. So let's go for that. Sam, well, value is 90 plus 10. The name get value is not defined. VALU get value. If suppose we'll do one thing here. AB should works, maybe. Arguments. No, actually we can, if suppose if we'll try, we should works on this one. It should be. Comma M, comma N. We'll do one thing here. M, comma N. So whatever the arguments will take, that will be goes into that. Maybe we'll try for this one. Missing shouts, missing M and N. Missing two positional requirements. Shout is giving no. So why he is showing the problem? Wait. Do one thing here. Self dot M is equals to M. Self dot M is equals to N. N is equals to N, and okay, here I'm passing the inputs M, comma N. And we'll remove this one. Hope so it works now. Hope so. Git city no, we are getting problem with the return value here, because return value is not giving us what we want from the function. We should have to do one because the initialization, have you got the initialization function? What is the meaning of that? How without calling that functions, the class only gets call that particular function, initialization function, right? We should have to work on the return, means functions with the return we have worked, but whenever we are using the functions with the return in a class, that time we should have to work. We'll do one fresh code here in short code so that we can get easily this one, right? So let's go for that. I'll take one example here. If suppose this function with the return in a class, it works, no, then definitely this is one of the biggest achievement for us. Why? Because you can able to do any programming, gets the value and storing into the variables, because this should, this seems to be work, but it never worked. This is correct actually. Let's see, we'll do another one thing, just a second. I'll take one example from the content. This is also we have done, but with the return we have taken or not. We haven't done. Let's see if it is works or not. Plus person class person and def underscore underscore init underscore underscore, and I'll pass here self comma a comma b. Okay, colon. Now the self dot a is equals to a, self dot b is equals to b, and now I'll take here def and show numbers. This is nothing but you are taking that inputs now, so self and colon and for loop for x in range. This is the new example I'm taking. Okay, a comma b. So whatever the input we are taking, no, the range, it's kind of range. Okay, and print my numbers comma x. This is simple example we have taken here, and wait, we'll do one thing here. Object is equals to person. Now should have to call a b. C is not, yes, I'm not defining the C. I'm thinking about we should have to define into the self or show number, into show number. So I'm trying to clarify these things. So let's go for it. Input, okay. Enter the number. A comma B. See, A comma B, I'm passing through the person because initialization function is defined, no? So object obj dot show number. Show number, we have this one. So if it is with the number 10, 20, 30, we got an 30 now. I think it works, but I want to use that C outside of the function. Are you getting my point? He gives the proper answers, but I want that C outside of the function. Means because show number gives you some 30 value, no? Are you getting the means advantage of return function? What is the difference between the print C and return C? Can I tell you once again? If I do print C and return C, it makes the difference, no? See, if I'm saying like a print, my addition is in C, then definitely we cannot use that 30 outside of the function of show number. But if I'm trying to use the return C, then definitely that show number gives us some kind of value, no? So if here, if I'm using here AB, okay, AB is equals to show number here, and so you know that show number gives you AB, means show number gives you a C value, right? So that will be stored into the AB, and we'll try for this one, okay. Show number object call AB is equals to, and if AB is equals to there, then for X in range AB. And I'll put this show function. So what will happen? So whatever the count will come, no, by the C, that will be stored into the AB, and passing the range function here and putting that variable. This is become a variable, no. So whatever the value will come, no, that will be stored into the AB. So it is become a variable because that is an taking the integer values. So I'm passing here, and that will be stored in here, and that much time means how many times that AB's value, no, that much time that object dot show number will hit. We are doing experiment here. Are you getting the point, everyone? So let's go for that. What? Why? Oh, I am passing your name, no. So better I will pass here 10 and 20. 10. I'll pass 1 because 11 times it will hit, no. What happened? AB dot show number is not defined. Where? Calling the function is same. We have done this exercise. width. Self, yeah, we have done this one in previous session. Not in previous, actually. Sometimes, you know, every class has in some different examples. So what will happen? The way I'm doing no continuously, sometimes I will go very deeper, and sometimes some will stuck in between that. So maybe I'll take that example, so it will be easy to you with the written. Yeah, here we have done. See, here we have done. Check out. I have taken one my marks list. Okay, we'll do another one example, but first I will explain this one. And we'll go for that. The written my marks here. So written my marks and marks I have created here. See what I have done. Okay, what I have done. Okay. Let's check out if it is works or not. Show removes. Are you guys there? Everyone watching this? So I can get. Okay. Show range, and what I'm going to do here, self colon, and do the AB is equals to show number into the bracket, because that show number is taking single variable, no? So if I'm passing here C, and that value will be stored, okay, because show number is taking written value, so that is a single written value, that's C. Okay, that will be stored into the AB. And now let's go forward for X in range, and we'll pass here AB colon print my value comma X, and here I'm going to call obj dot show range, so directly this will hit by show range. Let's check out. Name, suppose 1 plus 1, that is become a 2, no? So addition of this 1 plus, actually I have to pass here A and A B, but I have mistakenly passing there. Show number is not defined. Define the name. Define. Spell is everything is correct. Return, he should have to give the return values here. What we have done here. See what I have done. I will explain this code and then we go for the another one example. Okay. I have created one here blank list and the class is in school class. Okay. The defining the init function a comma x comma y. A is my self, it is become a self keyword. Okay. And x and y is my variables, means I'm taking the arguments from the user. So a dot s name, a dot sct, x and y now, and a dot name and number, and a dot n. So these are the 5 almost we have taken arguments, but these are the external arguments now. Now check out the person a comma name and number. Name and number, it is print, not an issue. But when I go for the marks here, when I go for the marks, what I have done, a comma n. So this is also we are taking the input, not an issue. For x2 in range n. So whatever the n will pass now here, enter the marks count, that will be hit here. So m is equals to int input enter the marks. So whatever the count will be there, that much time this will enter the inputs marks. So my marks is nothing but your blank list we have taken. No? That is so my marks dot append, and that will be taken by input will be taken by m. So how many times it will hit the count of n? So return who is there, return my marks. Who is the my marks? This list. Okay. So now we are going to use this my marks to check a score. Now check the tricky things here. DEF score A. A is self keyword. ABC is equals to marks bracket MK. Right. So who is now MK? What do you think? Who is now MK? Can anyone? Anyone just thinking about it? Who is a MK? Your MK is returning value, no? You are returning value from the user. Are you getting a point? Your MK is returning value, this one. So you can take any variable name here because we haven't passed marks, this marks function giving us any variable name here, so that he is given. So whatever the value will come into the ABC node. So sum of ABC is nothing but your list. ABC is your list, no? So sum of ABC, that will be AB, and BC is equals to AB divided by length of ABC. So what is the length of ABC? ABC is nothing but your list, no? So list, how to check a length of list? Len function. So that I'm using here len, and that I'm passing ABC. We are getting answer here into the BC, and that is printed. So let's check out what I have done here. Okay, let's check out, and then we can go for the example. Okay, class example. Enter the name and enter the number. I think it's kind of, you can take Sam. I have taken 2 times. Sam and city and number 1 2. Now counts 2 times. Enter the marks 2 times. Check out what happened. Enter the marks 2 times. Marks is not defined. Why? Same. I think should not it be my marks instead of marks? No. Actually, you are storing that m values into the my marks now. So that is why he is returning that my marks here. Are you getting my point? So that,
Yeah.
but yes, have you done any comments? I think the questions always rises. Only problem into the return function because we are discussing about return. We are not having problem into the functions defining or initialization process. Having problem into the return function only. He should, and return individually returns works because when we call the marks that time he works, but when we use that return value in some other case, in some other function, that time he should have to work, no, but he's not working. He says that object the name marks is not defined. The trick is different. I'll do one example here, but enter the count. When enter the count will hit, score is taking variable, no. Okay, what we'll do, I will work on it definitely because little mistakes will be there maybe, but getting stuck in between that instead of stuck in between, we'll take a time after the session and do that. Okay, and tomorrow I will explain this return function accessing into the other functions as well. Yes. What do you think? Instead of spending on this time, I will take different time slot. Okay, so we'll do one different program here, not on return because better to go for the return. Return should be a process. It would be like a completed, no, but accessing into the different functions will not possible. I'm taking one class here. Class. Students. Okay, and in this class student, what I'm going to do, init, I'll use here self, comma. We are assigning here three functions for the school, for the marks, school, for the person information. So here I'm taking some variables, name, yes, name, school name, wait, person name, person, city. And then what I'm going to do, I have to call this one self dot p name is equals to p name. Self dot p city is equals to p underscore city. So with now I'm going to take schools. Okay, this is for the persons, and I'll take a marks. Okay, for x in range. So that how much time it will hit? N times colon. Here I'm taking whatever the value into the n, no, that will be taken into same process that we have done. Value. So let's check out marks value is equals to dot append to x. I think this is correct now. First I'll do one thing, print marks underscore v marks value. Okay, so this much. DEF show details. Show details is nothing but now self and colon print show details. Name. Now check out self dot name print show city. Self dot what I have to pass here, city. Okay, now the process that we have to take and all. Okay, so we have to pass name to the function, right? And marks to that particular, means values and everyone. So name, city and n. If I'm taking with the name is equals to, suppose input enter the name comma enter the name. Okay, count, city and name. So what I have to do now, input anything is wrong? No. So P is my object, student students. So is it correct that students' values, the name and city have to pass into the class? Name and city has to pass into class, no? Correct? Name and city I'm passing here. So next thing, P dot, what I have to call? Mark. And if suppose mark is there, so mark value gets the count. So count, suppose if I hit that P dot mark, then definitely we'll get into that, the count. And P dot I have to show. Show values is suppose I have printed the marks B. Here I have printed. So let's see the return values I haven't passed. Show details, it may be shown, right? Show details. So maybe now works. Check out the process. Okay. So I'm passing next C and city US Australia. Check the count. Hit STR string. What I have done. Okay, you have means answer. I think this is one your hint, right? Let's see. Australia count is 2. Okay, we got an 0 and 1 here. Printed. This one is printed, but we got a problem into has no attribute of name. Okay, sorry. My mistake. P underscore name, P underscore city. Why? Because we have initialized with the P name and P city, no? So that is why he haven't shown us. Let's see. City, suppose he's from Pune. Count is 3. Check out 0, 1, 2 and maxi Pune. So you know what actually? What we have done here? Are you getting my point? What I'm doing here? See, I have taken the 0, 1, 2 here, but you can do one thing. I'll copy this whole code and taking into the new slot. Check out what is going on here. So instead of doing like this, what I'm going to do, m is equals to int input got it. So how many times this will hit? No, that much time it will get the answers. But with the same marks V, I don't want to show the marks V as well. I want AB is equals to sum of what? Marks V, because that is a list containing the marks, no? So AVG is equals to AB divided by length of AB. So length of AB, not an length of AB, actually marks V's length. So how can you define with the length of AB? So I will take here marks V. So whatever the average will come, no, that will be shown here. My marks, comma, here I will pass marks V, and here I will pass my average. Here I will pass average. So what it is? AVG. So now I think in the both sector we got in the at a time we count is 2, marks 90, 40, 65, and show name and show city. The process of this one, and this one. So the difference we have to just clarify here. The some peoples are thinking about I'm using the two variables and that I'm taking from the user here, but you know that this is also we are taking from the user, no? The name n, so you are passing here also. If suppose here we don't have an initialization function, you have to use here directly, right? And one thing, if I'm passing n here, so what do you think? If I'm passing n here and passing into the n means throughout the initialization function, is it necessary to pass the values here, name, city, comma n? Are you thinking about it? This is quite interesting, I know, but if I'm passing the n here, check out what will happen. I'll copy this code. Instead of passing there, I'll pass here, and see, self only I'm using. Self dot n is equals to n. That's it. Here you have to pass n, correct? Is it correct? What do you think? So you are passing three variables, no, that will goes into here, and that will definitely it works. So if I'm execute this one, check out. That's mark takes one potential argument, but two were given. Mark. Okay. Now check out. Maxi, Sydney, 3 count, check out marks, 60, 80. I have given the 3 counts. He has taken only 2. 0, 1, 2. Is there any problem? Taken the 3 here, that goes into the marks here. Wait, I'll execute once again. I think the code is executed now, not an issue. But major thing what I have missed, max city is suppose only count I want suppose 3. Enter the marks count, 3 count I want. 90, 90. Something is little mistake maybe. I'm giving 3, but he is taking 2. Yes, it is correct what I'm saying. Have you got the point? The way I have executed this point? Yes or no? Because the one mistake we have got here, if entering the point, if range is getting, I will put here range, okay, so that we can get exactly what I'm doing. Starting range. Because why I'm passing this one? Because who is going to enter in this for loop will get that one. Name, suppose, okay, and city. Count is suppose 3. See, starting range 0, he is starting from the 0, 90. Starting range 1, starting with the 90. See, zero, 1, 2. Are you getting any bug here? Why he is giving us only 2? I'm passing 5, then only he is taking 2. Something is going wrong here. Wait, we'll do another thing. We can find out the bug here. Who is, what is n value? The name, city. What is n? Oh, sorry. Max, Pune, and the marks count. Where is n marks count here? I'm passing 5. See, what is the n value here? In upper side, where did we use the n here? Okay. Okay, I'll change the width. COUNTS counts. COUNTS counts. Counts, and now I'm passing here COUNTS. Let's check out now what will happen. Counts is not defined where. Is taking from the use and calling the marks here, calling self getting the counts. Now everything is correct. So what I'm thinking, I should have to give that count into where, in the mark function. So then, yeah, it's true now. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Works. I think we have done what we want. What we have done actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See how many times it works. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, what we have done the mistake here, we haven't passed here self-dot counts. Second, we haven't used the same keywords here differently. Is it correct? Right? Everyone is getting, because this is, I'm just continuously doing the code here. So hope you guys are watching this one. Have you got point?
Sir.
So actually when we come tomorrow, no, so I will explain you return function as well, and we'll do the even the lambda function also. We'll go for the lambda function, and I will do the explanation of detail about Python, because tomorrow's day for the Python explanation. So do not miss the tomorrow session, because it will helpful to you. Okay.
So what is mean by lambda?
Lambda is a function, short function. So the way you are defining the functions, no, normal function, similar kind of that, but it is an one line expression. You can define this. You cannot define a whole code like this one. You can define in the short form, single expressions kind of. It's kind of formula. Use a little formulas there. No, it's kind of lambda function. You can define in one line expression and solve the problem like this.
Today's session is
Very happy.
interesting.
Sorry.
Today's session is interesting, sir.
Actually, it is silent session I have ever had. Continuously, I am doing the code, and it's kind of just. But it's definitely tomorrow session also we are going to enjoy.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for joining, guys, and take care. See you tomorrow at same time. Thank you so much.